the referee uses his discretion to either add a minute or two, depending on how long these opposing, whichever team that takes to time wasting, depending on how long they take. Now, this referee gave probably additional 1 minute, 50 seconds or thereabouts, and even a coach, an official from CS Sfaxien had to raise his wristwatch to the camera, showing that the time the referee had given had elapsed, and he has given more than a minute extra time. And then Simba struck. They scored the goal, which resulted to this chaos. But of course, violence should not be the way forward in African football.
Yeah, violence should not be the way forward in African football. It should be one game without violence, football without violence, but that's not the case at this time. It's so sad that Simba were not able to provide enough security to be able to curb this violence. And it also shows that most of these fans, education is not part of them. I mean, they should be educated season in, season out to tell them how to comport and behave themselves whenever a game is ongoing. And also for the Ministry of Culture and Sport in Tanzania, they had an agreement, a pre-agreement between themselves and Simba that should anything happen in the game, they should be held responsible. But then again, I'm asking myself, if I'm a club side in a country, the first thing is I go to my federation, which is the football governing body in that particular country. Then also, if I'm in a state in that country, it means that I have to also go to the FA of that state. So the FA should be able to provide enough security. I don't think club sides in Africa, I'm not talking about the Europe right now, club sides do provide security. It boils down to the FA that the team plays under. For instance, if a league game is going on in Lagos State, the FA provides securities. But over time, we've also seen clubs take several measures to ensure that they also get an additional security or stewards to be part of the stadium or to part of the match. Now, don't forget, that particular stadium that the game was played will be one of the stadiums that will host the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, because it's going to be co-hosted by Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya. It means that we are talking about the stadium not being ready for 2027 AFCON, and yet we have fans destroying seats in the stadium. It's a big loss, and we hope that Simba can foot this great loss, and fans who are culpable will be brought to book and punished. I also expect CAF to bring out a heavy sanction on Simba for failure to control their crowd, for pitch encroachment, amongst others. We should be learning the basic and modern days things happening in the world of football. I mean, we see games every now in the Premier League. Hardly will you see fans come around in the stadium after a game, except for what happened during the time Man City, I think, won the league last season. But aside that, it's always been, stewards doing their job, policemen or other security agencies trying to ensure that fans are kept at bay during international events. But we hope that, Simba will learn from this.
All right, hoping that Simba will learn from this, and government has said that Simba will pay for the repairs of the stadium. And I'm wondering what punishments will go to the away team, talking about CS Sfaxien. But of course, I'm sure they will fax them the total cost of the disruption that was done on the stadium. But let's come back home and talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League, where Rivers United reclaimed the top spot with a dramatic 2-1 comeback victory over Kwara United. The Port Harcourt-based side showcased resilience to overtake their rivals and lead the 2024-2025 NPFL table. Their rise to the summit was aided by the 1-1 draw between Ikorodu City and Remo Stars in a fiercely contested derby at the Mobolajo Johnson Arena in Lagos. While Rivers United solidified their title credentials, Kwara United continued to struggle, languishing in 13th place and battling for form. In the Southwest Derby, it was Remo Stars who took an early lead through Shuaibu Ibrahim's 8-minute strike. However, Ikorodu City equalized in the 88th minute with a powerful header from Chineze Chinonso. The draw keeps Remo Stars in second place, while Ikorodu City dropped to sixth position. And the match ended in controversy as fans invaded the pitch after the final whistle. A viral video captured the fans slapping a Remo Stars coach, highlighting the growing issue of crowd trouble in the league. Favor, another week, another trouble.
Since the past few minutes, we're talking about crowd violence, issues in football in Africa. This, of course, would go down as another big one, and failure from the team, Ikorodu City, to ensure that, despite whatever measures they put in place for security, they were not able to curb, issues like this. I mean, there's no business for fans, to the pitch. But then you also look at the dynamics of the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. It's not... it doesn't give you the opportunity to prevent fans from coming to the pitch. And that's because, of course, the stadium is not being it has not been completed yet. But then that's not an excuse it means for you to be able to play a game in a particular stadium, for the stadium to be approved by the respective bodies, it means that you have also ascertained and said that you will be able to deal with whatever issues that come. And that's where I also would hold Ikorodu City. There's no business of from that particular fan coming close to the technical crew area and then slapping a coach. That is, abominable. That is uncalled for. And I hope that Ikorodu City will bring that particular fan out and, of course, get him arrested, because that's taking laws into your hands. I mean, aside that, I know the NPFL would also want to bring out punishment to Ikorodu City. Yes, it's a Southwest Derby, the first time the two teams are playing in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Adrenalines are high. Not also forgetting the fact that Ikorodu City have been grinding out results in the past few weeks and also months. It shows that Remo Stars would want to come around and also try to test how well they've been able to arrange themselves this season. So you can also look at the that aspect of it. But, well, they will say derby, whenever derby games are on, we get to see issues like this, but it should not be happening. And I also condemn that particular incident. We hope that lessons will be learned after this, and we hope that Ikorodu City can do better when it comes to derby games like this.
Right, of course. Some days ago when we talked about this game, one of the guests said this was a derby, while my in-house guest talking about Judechi said it was not enough for us to call this a derby. But, of course, we saw the fierceness of the contest right there between Ikorodu City and Remo Stars. Quite an interesting one. Ended in a 1-1 draw, and it shows that fans love football. They can go the craziest way in showing their anger. And I'm sure a lot of fans who had their tickets torn, if they had a chance to travel to Barcelona, they would have slapped the hell out of Lewandowski and other players who featured in that game. But, of course, it is football, and we should have football without violence.